A ninja. The legendary master of death from Japan. A knight, sword-wielding slayer of the medieval age. But only one will be crowned Deadliest Warrior.
The name derives from the martial art form they most commonly practiced. This is known as ninjutsu. The famous black uniform originated from the emergence of ninja roles in Japanese theater known as kabuki theater. Ninjas often practiced in secret because samurai and military officials were the only people permitted to use weaponry. Also because of this, many ninja weapons were constructed from common objects, such as farm tools. Ninjas were often looked down upon in society due to their acts of violence against others. Due to this, many ninjas also disguised themselves as common people in society. Knights were well-trained warriors of France, of a typically large stature. Knights typically began training at a young age, leaving the home at around 7 years of age. At age 14, they would turn into a squire, until reaching the age of 21, when they would become an accolade. During this stage, knights would learn valuable battle strategies and weapon techniques. A knight could have been knighted as young as 12 years of age. A knight's lifestyle was one that placed high emphasis on physical abilities and strength.
They tested the ninja shuriken, kusarigama, ninjato, blowgun, and black axe.
This shuriken is known as a Chinese star. It has 4 points to it, and it has a middle section that is either circular or square. This shuriken has many different uses. A lot of people think you just throw the shuriken, but it's also used for grappling, and it can be hidden in hands very easily.
This, you'll probably notice, is a common gardening tool, and it says a little bit about the history of these types of weapons. Oftentimes farmers would use what they had available to them in order to construct weapons to use against people that were attacking them. So that is a little bit about the history of the kusarigama, which is essentially just one of these traditional gardening tools attached to a chain and usually some sort of iron weight at the end. So the ninjato was traditionally used by different ryuha, but within the Togakure Ryu school comes at this particular length here. And as you can see, it is quite a bit shorter than the traditional katana, and was used a little bit more roughly in certain cases than the traditional katana would be used. A little bit more of a tool than the katana was.
Hollowed out eggs filled with crushed glass. Using everyday ingredients, the ninja created the perfect recipe for blinding an enemy.
The Morning Star, crossbow, halberd, broadsword, as well as the knight's steel plate armor.
The typical morning star consisted of a spiked iron ball hung by a chain from a wooden handle. The morning star was used in a swinging motion to gain momentum at striking the target. The crossbow consisted of a bow mounted onto a wooden stock. When spanned, the bowstring was held in place by a notch. When the trigger is lifted up, it pushes the bowstring from the notch, causing the projectile to shoot into its opponent.
Longswords have cruciform hilts, providing room for 2 hands. They often weighed as much as 4.5 pounds, with a straight double-edged blade nearly 4 feet long. Every part of the longsword was used for combat. The pommel for pommeling, the broad blade for cutting. And as armor improved, the blades became narrower and pointier for thrusting.
Armor was a knight's best protection. Steel plate armor allowed for the reflection of strikes from many commonly used weapons. However, despite this advantage, steel plate armor also weighed a hefty amount. At about 70 pounds, it caused the knight to struggle with movement during battle.
Is Deadliest.
Personally, I believe the ninja displayed a higher level of skill and technique through his use of limited weaponry in this battle. However, because of the knight's protective elements, majorly his steel plate armor, he had the upper hand in this battle, causing his victory.